I'm going to go yeet your ass. Yeah. So, yeet.
Okay, yeet.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay. Everybody use it in a sentence today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the F-Word podcast, Girls Gone 40. I'm one of your hosts, Stacey Kathleen Beeman. I don't know if I've actually ever given my middle name here. So there it is, everyone, Stacey K. Do you know that I was going to have a catering business called Stacey K Catering?
I did not know that.
That was my first foray into entrepreneurship. Anyway, with me as always, my co-host, Carrie Melissa Murray.
Hello.
Carrie Melissa James Murray. No, tell.
Carrie James Murray is technically legally.
So you dropped Melissa.
Dropped Melissa, gave it to Kay.
Oh.
Who subsequently dropped that too.
Okay. Yes.
But yes, Carrie Melissa, when I did my first headshots, I was Carrie Melissa James.
Ooh, that actually sounds really good.
Wouldn't you see a movie with Carrie Melissa James in it?
I would.
Right? Starring Carrie Melissa James and Brad Pitt. Oh my God. Have you seen the photos of Brad Pitt at Wimbledon?
No.
Does
he look amazing?
Is
a god.
A god. I don't understand this man's DNA.
Do we know how old he is at this time? Linda? How old is Brad Pitt these days, everybody?
Hey, Siri. How old is Brad Pitt? 59.
Criminy.
59.
You know what? I like that. If he's looking amazing at 59, then we need to embrace our mid-40s.
Truly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's knocking on the door of 60.
That's incredible. And I just saw yesterday, I went with the folks to see Mission Impossible.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun.
Tom Cruise was 60 when he filmed it. He's currently 61.
The ramp.
Oh, that was incredible. And he looked so good.
Yeah, I bet.
And I'm like, you know what?
Either of them don't strike me as plastic surgery fellas either.
Not really. I think they probably are really good to their bodies.
Oh, yeah. They probably have a lot of kale. They probably work out a lot. I think Brad Pitt was a smoker. I don't know if he still is. No, I know he was a smoker. I don't know if he still is.
And also there is something to be said. And I know the women can, relate to this. Is like men, as they get a little more rugged and a little more wrinkly and a little more gray, it just sort of adds to their hotness.
Truly does.
You know?
It's so not fair.
It is not fair. And even those who are like, well, I'm pushing against that grain and that's bullshit. No, it's still the truth though out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your truth, but it is the societal truth.
Truly. And I think it's celebrated.
It is.
It absolutely. A man gets more,
distinguished.
He's definitely more, he looks more grounded. He's not a boy and a young man anymore.
No.
And it just looks like security, stability. That's fucking sexy as hell.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is sexy. I also, have you seen any of the video photos of the Barbie press tour?
How could you miss it?
How could you miss it? And I saw one, I think it was in Mexico City, and Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, they just looked perfect. Yeah. He was in a lemon yellow suit.
Oh.
And she was in some kind of beautiful pink something.
Right.
And I was just like, there was a lot of backlash about, I guess, him being too old.
Too old to play Ken.
Which, okay, that's kind of opposite of what we were just saying.
Yeah. So
it's interesting to see a male get some backlash about being too old.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever responded to that.
He did. Oh. He did. And he said, Ken, I didn't know Ken had an age.
Yeah.
And so actually that's a little refreshing, although I'm sure it didn't chip away at his
ego.
I mean, he's just gorgeous.
He's also gorgeous.
So beautiful.
It's just like, I think he sings in that movie. I think there is a song that he sings in there.
I do want to see it, actually.
I do too.
I think it's fun and interesting.
I think it's also, as we all know, that it's the Barbie Oppenheimer, battle right now. And that they came out the same weekend. Wait, did Mission Impossible come out this weekend?
No, that was a couple weeks ago.
Could add that fire. But they're so different in their movies that I don't even know how you can even begin to compare. But the marketing machine behind the Barbie movie, do you know that the bus benches on Ventura Boulevard were completely repainted pink?
Incredible.
And they had signs put up, Barbie, the movie.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that when we went at our Pilates studio, their toe socks are in collaboration with Barbie right now that they're selling.
So many.
I mean, it's like
ruggable. It's like Kleenex. It's like
the budget.
Oh my gosh.
And I'd like to know the brain power. Who was in charge of their marketing?
For sure. And I think I saw them in a Progressive commercial.
Probably.
So they're even selling insurance.
It's insane.
It's massive. They're probably really relieved there's a strike so they can stop fucking touring and being on a press tour. Although it was pretty smart they made them do it before the negotiations expired.
Because they kind of knew, the timeline and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they knew there's an expiration date when the contract's up. So they made them do all this press before. And same with Oppenheimer and all of that. Like,
I don't know if you're able to give me, because obviously you're married to an actor, so you might have some insight. But like, so I know this started with the writer's strike, and now the actors are striking.
Yes, for two different, similar but different reasons, for sure. A lot of what the actors are striking for is AI. Obviously, for example, if you are a bit player on Gilmore Girls, for example, you play Kurt. They can take, AI imaging of you and then basically repeat your image and put you in any scene, say anything they want, but only pay you for one day.
Oh my God.
So it's really the working actor that this strike is for. That's, the one who's making less than $100,000. Like Margot Robbie and Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt will be just fine.
Yeah.
But the technology that's coming up is a little frightening for sure.
AI stuff is everywhere all of a sudden.
It is kind of crazy to think about, if you were going to say to, AI, hey, write me a romantic comedy about two people in Ireland who started out as enemies and then became lovers.
Yeah.
And then I want it 300 pages and I want, Irish brogue put in it and a funny jig scene where they dance. So then AI takes that and then formulates a script. But what I've found out recently, and this is something Sarah Silverman pointed out, is that AI is actually pulling information to create that script from copyrighted material.
Okay.
So it's not like AI is coming up with a brand new story, totally unheard of, unread. No, it's pulling from maybe that movie.
Like How to Lose a 10 Guy
in 10 days.
27 dresses. It's all in here.
It's all played into how they generate information. So technically that's stealing.
Yeah.
That's copyright infringement.
Yeah.
So that is a big part.
I think there's already a really big lawsuit for that ChatGPT.
Yes. And so it is kind of crazy. And I don't imagine this strike ending and streaming. That's honestly the biggest thing is streaming.
Yeah.
For example, Sean show is on Netflix. So they got paid one lump sum.
For Netflix to be able to carry it?
Yeah, Netflix. So Netflix, you could watch any episode at any time, 100 times over. They don't get one dime.
Yeah.
But Netflix is still getting how many new subscribers? 6 million subscribers in their last quarter.
Yeah.
They're still making a shit ton of money off of this and other streaming platforms, right? So they want the actors and the writers want to get paid. Like if you are streaming our show, we want dollar per stream. It's kind of like when they had the last time this really kind of came up was when DVD sales were going out and everything. So every time a NCIS DVD or Hocus Pocus DVD is sold, Sean gets like 45 cents.
Okay.
But there's residuals that come. And when this first started, it was really expensive to make DVDs back in the day. Now you can make them for a penny, they don't cost anything. So that's why the residuals aren't as much. So the streaming is the same thing. So now it costs you nothing to make. It's literally, you just hit play.
Yeah.
You're not going to the store buying a DVD or anything. So they need to pay for that. They need to pay the actors and writers.
I would imagine Netflix is just making so
much money. All of these streaming services.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all of them are. I imagine Paramount Plus also, or CBS, all of them are making a lot of money. So that's basically, why they're pissed.
Yeah.
And I think, Fran Drescher as the president is doing well. I think from the actors I've spoken to, they seem pleased with how she's handling things. But yeah, we are in this for a while, I imagine. Sean usually goes back to work about this time of year, end of July. So we'll see. We'll see. He's been going to the gym more.
And you're kind of like, you're still home?
You're still here. Oh, how about that? I told you he changed all the batteries in the fire alarms and expected a parade.
Oh, of course.
76 trombones and all.
Oh my gosh.
You kept our house safe.
Oh,
Thank you. But
that is so funny.
So yeah,
I just want to let you know, Carrie, and the people know that I have a horrific mosquito bite on my inner thigh.
Fun.
So if I look like I'm scratching my, nether regions, it is right on my inner thigh. It's the worst position, and it itches.
That means a mosquito got close to the cooter.
It got real close. This is from my trip, which I'll be talking about later.
I'm excited to hear
it. The mosquitoes were out to play.
Damn. I can only imagine. I know that it's been a while since we recorded. We have took like a week or two off because we were traveling and what have you. And, there's a lot that's happened in those few weeks since we haven't seen each other. The world kept spinning. So
I don't know how, but
I'm not sure. But we're glad you guys are still here, listening, tuning in. We have a lot to catch up on. This might even have to be a two-parter.
It might be. It might be a two-parter because there's just so much to say.
There's a lot. There's a lot happening. But before we begin, I need to help educate you, as always, in our What the Fuck You Say.
The fuck you say?
Gen Z. We need like a sound effect. Right, Linda?
Linda.
We need like a little what the fuck you say? You know how Netflix
Who's working the soundboard around here?
Right? Netflix has the boom.
Yeah.
The boom bump. Yeah.
Yes.
So we need something like that for What the Fuck You Say. And I can just hit a button and it'll just insert it.
Oh my god.
Maybe Linda can work on that in the editing of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I got 2 words for you. Are you ready?
I'm really ready.
Just if you're tuning in for the first time, the What the Fuck You Say segment is brought to you by Mega Babe.
Oh, we love Mega Babe.
Mega Babe, if you guys don't know, might have saved your thighs.
Yeah.
It is basically for thigh chafe. It looks like a deodorant stick. You rub it on your thighs. It's magical, miracle, and it's slightly waterproof.
Thigh Rescue.
Thigh Rescue, for sure.
Really great. And they have another product that came with me on my trip and saved my tatas from getting rashy.
Ooh.
And that was the bust dust.
Oh, do tell.
It's like a pump powder.
Okay.
Talc, all the chemical free stuff. And for those with a bigger bust, you just lift a titty and and then it just keeps you dry as a daisy.
So you don't get the tit sweat.
Yeah. And if you let yourself be too sweaty there for long, you can get rashy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is awful. So we were out for hours on end, so Thigh Rescue and Bust Dust are wonderful products.
I brought Thigh Rescue to Italy with me, and it definitely saved me.
It's wonderful.
That's what the What the Fuck You Say segment is brought to you by.
We love that.
Love that. First word, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, first word is yeet. Yeet.
I know skeet, but no, I don't know yeet. Okay, I need a sentence.
Okay.
Yeet. Is that Y-E-E-T?
Correct.
Okay.
The sentence is, can you yeet this water bottle into the recycling bin?
Toss?
Yes.
Toss, throw.
It's a verb.
Place.
Its formal definition is, this word is most commonly used as a verb and means to throw something very hard and very fast.
Oh.
You yeet it.
Damn.
You yeet the baseball.
I wonder what the origin of that is.
I don't know. Because when I thought of yeet, for some reason, I thought of Kanye West.
Oh, so did I. Yeezy.
Yeah.
And yay.
Yay, right? So I was like, yeet has to do with Kanye West, but I don't imagine him throwing anything fast.
Would a dunk, someone who dunked, you'd be like, oh my God, that was like a straight yeet.
Yeah. That sounds good to me, but you're throwing it away.
Oh, you're throwing it away.
Oh, no, it just means to throw something. So it could be like you yeet me the ball.
Oh.
Yeah. He yeeted the ball at me.
And for those who hoard the ball, you could be like, you need to start yeeting.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's all about the yeet man.
Yeah, yeet up.
Okay.
Yeah, yeet. So throw that bottle of water.
I've never heard that one before.
Either
Although maybe, you know how something like as soon as it comes to the forefront of your mind, suddenly you hear it, see it.
All the way.
I'm hoping we'll hear or see yeet.
Yeah, because I've now heard ship multiple times, which PS is not a Gen Z term.
No, it's more millennial.
No, I learned, I forget who I was. Oh, well, Sean taught us that shipping has been used in film and television for years.
Really?
Yes. So like when actors are reading their script or they're like, oh, they're shipping DiNozzo and what the fuck was her name?
Kate.
Ziva.
Oh, Ziva. Yeah.
So, they'll be reading the script. They're like, oh, they're shipping you guys.
What?
Yes. Sean told me that they've been using this word for decades.
There's nothing new.
Yeah.
It just comes around again.
Because when I was so cleverly telling him about our very funny podcast segment, he was just like, shipping? Yeah, we've been saying shipping for years. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to go yeet your ass. Yeah. So, yeet.
Okay, yeet. I like it.
Okay. Everybody use it in a sentence today.
Come on.
Don't yeet your phone into the pool. The next one is negging. Negging. This one was a contribution from one of our favorite listeners, Ingrid.
Yes, Ingrid.
Thank you, Ingrid, for offering this one up. Negging.
Okay, negging.
Have you heard it before?
I feel like I've heard it. I don't know if I've ever used it. I think it's kind of like being negative about something.
I should say.
And like egging someone on. I feel like it's a little bit of a hybrid.
True. You don't actually use the word in a sentence. It's what you're doing is called negging.
He was full on negging me.
Yes, you could say it like that.
Stop negging me. Okay, so I think it's like if you're excited about something and someone else comes along and just like fully yucks your yum.
Close-ish. Very close. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna neg you.
Okay.
Right now with this sentence.
All right.
Well, don't you look fabulous? I could never wear anything like that.
Oh, a backhander. A backhander.
Yes, it's a backhanded compliment.
Ooh.
Yes, so it's generally making comments that express indifference toward another person, usually a woman, in an attempt to seduce them, though.
Oh,
yes. But yeah, so it's usually used to be like, you know, if you really like this woman.
Yeah, almost put them down so that they are trying to impress you more.
Correct. Yes, he's negging you.
I mean, I guess you're all right. Like if you're trying to do something nice and they're like, I guess you're all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Aren't you proud of me? I just got this and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I mean, everybody does that.
Oh my God.
So then it's somehow supposed to make the woman be like, I'm even more attracted to you.
Now that I think about it, I feel like I have seen some things, I don't know, in writing or on podcast, I don't know, where it's like, oh, you should just neg her so you can get her attention.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
That is sick.
It's disgusting.
I mean, it's basically like, again, the concept of it isn't new. I've never heard the term, but yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. Funny, right? I was just like, oh, I've definitely done some negging.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of that.
A little bit of negging.
And then later you notice you've done that.
Yeah. Especially when you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What did you say to me? Yeah. It's definitely something I've become very aware of as I've gotten into my 40s, as we talk about how you have to kind of cut out toxic people and everything. I had a friend who was a former friend who would neg a lot.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Not good.
Yeah, no. But she, luckily, we knew each other in college, but luckily, like once college was kind of over, I stayed in contact with her for a little bit, but then we just went on completely different paths. But yeah, she was very good at negging.
I think I had something like that happen to me in the last couple months, and I'm not going to name names or anything, but I think I told you the story. Someone came up to me and, they don't know me very well. But they've seen a lot of content with me in my new relationship.
Sure.
And they came up to me and they really reeled me in because they started with,
as neggers do.
Yeah. Neggers be negging,
100%.
Because they were like, oh, you seem so happy. Like, you guys are so cute. You seem so happy. Like, I mean, I would never want that, but.
That's exactly what
I was like, I fucking could not believe it because it started so positive.
Yeah.
And it really made me feel good.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I believe this person was a single person. And I actually made me feel like, oh, maybe I'm providing hope because I was single for a really long time. And I really I'm kind of like the messages don't give up and like, you never know what's around the corner. And so I was kind of like, I can imagine my face was like, and then, it was the weirdest neg.
What did you say?
Oh, come on. You never know. I think I just kind of recovered a little bit.
Yeah.
But I should have said, what the fuck? How's that supposed to make me feel?
Yeah.
What do you mean by
don't
that?
yuck my yum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but also in that instance, it almost felt like, how sometimes if you don't have something that you want, you kind of act like you don't want it because otherwise you feel vulnerable.
Absolutely.
It could be that.
Yeah.
It could have been that. But it was a definite negging situation. It was weird. It was really
that's
weird.
No fun.
I know. But yeah, that would have been, if I had done this podcast already, I could have then said, like, stop negging me.
Yes.
Oh, come on. That was like such a neg.
Don't neg. Stop negging.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So now we have the vocabulary to cut that off with the past if we encounter negging anytime soon.
Yeet your negging away.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. You used both words in the same sentence. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I was just making sure we weren't on mute. Oh. If this is flashing, that means we're muted.
Nope, it's a solid red. We're good.
Amazing. Okay, good. So it's been a while since we have.
I think our last podcast that came out, you talked about having to be flexible.
Yes.
The change in your
plan and flying and Italy and our trip and everything. And we talked about our friend venture to San Francisco.
Which was really
but you also mentioned you guys were going to a Dodger game.
Yes, we did go to a Dodger game.
Did they lose?
They did lose.
Yay!
In the very last inning. We went into, I don't know. I think it's not called overtime.
I think
extra innings.
It's overtime.
Do you know how rare that is? And you know me, I'm not a late night girl.
Yeah, baseball game.
The game started at 7:00.
Okay.
I'm like, it's almost 11.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do this. It went into like overtime, extra innings because it was tied. And then they did lose at the last minute. Yes.
Wow.
Congratulations to your Giants.
Woohoo! I could probably not name one player on the Giants. Well, can you name one Dodger?
Of course I can.
Can you name two?
Yes, of course I can.
Can you name four?
I probably can if I thought about it.
If you name four Dodgers, I will name 4 members of NSYNC.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me think. No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't do it.
Who's that guy everybody has a shirt on? Kershaw. Okay, so there's
the
one.
pitcher.
Okay.
There's Mookie Betts, who signed a $600 million contract or something like that, which is why the beers are $19 and the sliders were $35.
Thanks, Mooks.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Betts.
That's 2. You got 2.
Okay, there's this guy. I'm having a blank. This is because I haven't even been thinking about this at all. There's this guy who is so adorable, and his name is, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to pull it.
Adorable.
He's
Linda.
Adorable. I'm not gonna be able to pull it though. I mean, I was yelling. Oh, there's a pitcher who's kind of has a lot of energy. He almost seems like he is a little on something, but I'm sure he's not because I'm sure they have to do drug testing. Yes. But it's Vesuvius or Valeria or something. I don't know.
Vesuvius?
Something like that. Not Vesuvius, yes. But then there's this really cute kind of redheaded guy who I think he came over from Cincinnati, maybe. Oh, I can't think of his name. He's so cute. Anyone who's like a Dodger
Caleb
fan.
Ferguson.
No.
David Peralta.
No, that's not him either.
Jason Hayward.
I'm just
Mookie Betts. Oh, there he is.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
How
is his
can you
name.
forget Freddie?
He's adorable.
Okay, well that was 3.
And Urias is who I was trying to think of. The pitcher Urias. I didn't really get it, but
okay. Well, I really don't think I can name 4 people on NSYNC.
Oh, then there's DeLuca, Johnny DeLuca, who went to Agora High School right down the street. So that's kind of cool.
Local boy does good.
Yeah, we like to see that.
That's good.
And anyway, it was fun, but I got to tell you, like, so I haven't gone to a pro baseball game in I don't even know how long, a really, really long time. And, the whole experience is fun. I have to admit.
Sure.
We went on Pride Night. Oh my God, there was all these protesters outside the stadium. It's like,
all the Karens showed up.
Go boo-hoo your fucking self to sleep. I can't. Yeah. Like, what do you care?
Why do you care if they go to a Dodger game?
Oh my God. Well, I know
everybody's equally paying $60 to park. I don't know if it was $60,
but okay. But like, I have to be honest. I mean, I will cough up money for a great experience.
Sure.
It's not that I like, but it was so expensive. It was
really
stupid. Like our beers were $19 per beer.
How big were they?
I mean, they were like this big. So I know this
12
is
ounces.
Like
a 12-ounce beer.
It wasn't like a can. It was like a bigger than a can. So maybe like 16 ounces.
That's $1 an ounce. And it's beer.
Yeah. And so you would easily be able to drink at least 2 of those.
Sure.
Easily.
Is it like Budweiser or is it like?
They have lots of different IPAs and everything. So that right there that was $19. That's $38 just for 2 beers. Then we got sliders and we shared them, and it was 5 little sliders and potato chips. $35.99. So I had 2 sliders, Ryan had 3, and we shared the chips. So $35.99 for that. And then we both had 2 beers. We got to add this up.
I'm getting my calculator
out. It was
out.
infuriating.
Okay. So $38 plus $39. We're at $77.
Yeah. Plus another $38.
$115.
For 2 beers each and like half a portion of sliders.
And how much were the tickets? You haven't even mentioned that.
The tickets. Okay. So then parking was $27.
Plus $27.
We just parked in general. Uh-oh.
What the?
Son of a bitch.
$115 plus $27.
Yeah.
$142.
Okay. Yeah. And then the tickets were easily, I want to say, let me,
like $100? Yeah. They've got to be at least $100.
Maybe each.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they were
expensive because it was Pride Night. So I think they were a little more expensive, although we didn't get anything like sometimes
a Pride bobblehead.
No, like there some people were getting like really cool Pride jersey or something, but we didn't get that.
Gotcha.
I'm so dying to know what
Dodger tickets.
Damn, I don't know if I have it. But anyway, I want to say, let's say $160 for both tickets.
Okay. $160 plus $160.
No. Minus $160.
Minus $160. $302.
At least. I'd say we probably spent $325 at one Dodger game. And we barely even ate and drank.
Right.
Like I wanted to get the garlic fries. I wanted to get another drink. I wanted to get.
How much is the Dodger dog?
I don't know. We didn't get a Dodger dog.
Wow.
It just like, imagine a family.
Oh, I don't even imagine a family of 4 could even afford it. Yeah.
That's like for 2 people, $325.
Wow.
And to me, I'm going, well, $325 gets me a flight to Cabo San Lucas.
True.
You know what I mean? So
$325 is a fun day at Costco.
It gets a lot of things. And I just felt like this is a day at the ballpark that like your community should be able to go to, but they're paying Mookie Betts $600 million fucking dollars.
Holy shit.
So who's paying for that? The fans.
Yes, the fans are.
And it really turned
the
me
advertisers.
off.
Yeah. So the Dodgers, they're good. They're good. Is that why they're so expensive? Oh, yeah. So they're an expensive team.
I mean, I don't know.
If they're paying this guy $600 million.
I haven't bought tickets to any other games at other stadiums, but like, well, and I do think there are other games that would be cheaper. I think this was Pride Night. It was a Friday night. It was a 7 p.m. game. It was against the Giants, which is kind of like a more rivalry. So maybe, but I don't think you can get tickets for less than like 40. And it doesn't, but like once you're in the stadium, doesn't matter. All that shit is the same price.
Sure. No matter if you're sitting in the nosebleeds or behind the front first base line.
I was really just kind of appalled. It turned me off. I'm like, I don't need to come back to a game.
Well, I'm actually going to a Dodger game, if you can believe that, with Olivia. She's been asking me to go to a game with her for years. And I'm just like, all right, we'll go. And they're playing the A's because it's from the Bay Area, right? Well, the A's are a shitty team. We took my dad for Father's Day. This was pre-pandemic. We got a box, which was fully catered
up there or down
in the Bay Area, at the Oakland State, I don't even know what the name of, if it's Oracle or like whatever. We just call it the Coliseum, but the box can hold up to 10 people, full, all you can eat, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, and soda. Alcohol was not included, was $500. It included VIP parking.
Oh my God.
There was 7 of us and we brought my dad there.
Yeah.
They lost, but the A's are leaving. Yeah. They're going to Vegas and everything because there's just no fucking money. By the way, speaking full circle moment, the movie Moneyball is really, really good.
Oh,
Brad Pitt, and it's about the A's. It's a really good movie.
Isn't Jonah Hill in that as well? And there's been some drama about him.
Oh, big drama around him. Ooh.
Oh my God, we got to land the plane here.
Yeah, I know.
We could go on a million tangents.
Seriously, so you had fun at the Dodger game.
Had fun, but I will say I was quite put off, and I don't know that I'll go to another game for quite a while.
Yeah.
Unless I was given tickets.
Sure.
Or like it was something special, but I don't know.
And it's a long ass drive.
That's the other thing is like, it was just such a process.
There's nothing easy about it.
Of course, right now I'm in the stage of like, anything is fun with Ryan. I just want to be with him.
Sure.
I don't care. We could be going to the library and just touching hips and reading next to each other. I don't care. I just love him so much.
Oh, so cute.
So in that case, yes, it was fun. I guess next year I'll be like, fuck no.
Yeah. Have fun, hon.
You can go.
Yeah.
I'll be home.
I'll wait for you here. Okay. Well, this kind of was the prelude to the vacay before I left and everything. I just remember you were going.
You left before I did.
Yes.
Because I came, you were home. We had a little birthday celebration for one of our friends and then I left.
Correct.
And you did, I'm wondering if the people saw, you did such a great story on the F Word Pod Instagram.
Yes.
From Italy.
Yes.
Kind of getting real about
what's really happening.
Because
our last episode, my word was flexible.
Yes.
So my F word this time is flight.
Okay. Well, let's dive in.
Okay, let's
dive in and
let's get to it.
How are we on our time? Because you know what? If we want to just do it,
we're at 30. No, because I'd say we're at 28 minutes.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
no rush. We're just curious.
Yes, if you listen to the previous episode, Flexible and Friend Venture, you heard me talk about leading up to this trip, challenges that we experienced, but we pivoted, right? Thank God we pivoted. Little did I know at the time how much we needed to pivot. But yes, so my word is flight because flying might be a more appropriate word. I've realized that with the 3 people I was traveling with, all of us handle flying very differently. And it's challenging. And if you did see my Instagram, and while I was there at the Carrie Murray Instagram, I was doing a lot of stories, and it's beautiful. It was hot.
Gorgeous.
It was crowded. I will never go to Europe in June ever again. Nope. Hard pass. Very crowded. At some point we felt like we were at Disneyland. It was so crowded. Speaking of which, when we got to Rome, they were setting up for the Mission Impossible premiere press tour. So they had a red carpet on the Spanish Steps, and Tom Cruise was at our hotel.
Oh my good. Did you see him? Did you catch him?
I never saw him, but I did see Simon Pegg. He was in the bar.
Oh,
yeah.
funny.
So Tom Cruise is not going to be in the bar. He's no fun, right? No, but Simon Pegg was there. So it was just like, we can't escape LA. But anyways, it did look wonderful and glorious. And there were some really wonderful moments about the trip. But getting to LAX at 8:00,
in the evening or in the morning?
In the evening. It's kind of empty.
Yeah.
And we were just we breezed right through security. We got right into our little lounge situation for British Airways and hung out, got on the flight. It was wonderful. We get to London and it's a 3-hour delay. So one of my teens was incensed. How dare they delay our flight?
Oh my, write a letter. Honey.
Yes. It's like, how can it be delayed? Where is the plane? What's going on? Sean took a nap and my other teen was just kind of like, what's the Wi-Fi password? I'll just make it work. So I was just like, well, it's Heathrow. It's massive. Let's just walk around and do some shopping or whatever. So believe it or not, we Googled Heathrow scavenger hunt and found a lot on Pinterest of people keeping themselves busy in Heathrow Airport.
Oh my gosh.
So we did a scavenger hunt. We had to find a Toblerone. We had to find all these.
Oh, that's adorable.
A dog carrier. We had to find a pilot. We had to find 2 crew members coming down an escalator with 2 people going up.
Did you have to take photos of everything?
No, it was just for us and everything. So I'm like, I am mother of the year. I literally provided entertainment that didn't include a device in an airport that did not have great air conditioning. We finally get on the plane. We arrive in Italy late. So it's like midnight. We get to Rome. It's empty. The airport is empty. We get to customs. It's just us. And
oh my God.
They just, hi, ciao. And they, arrivederci, they brought us right in. And I looked at both of my children. I go, do not get used to this. This is not normal flying international. Nope. Don't get used to this. Okay. Go to Rome, have a great time. Well, it literally was planes, trains, and automobiles. So we take an automobile to our hotel, have a great time. We take a train now from Rome to Sorrento. That's also delayed. So again, where's the train? Like, why is it late? Like, I know, I work at the train station and I work on platform 33 and a third. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where the train is. And then get on the train. Wi-Fi doesn't work on the train. Everything is just like bitch and moan. Get to Sorrento and you have to fly into Naples. Navigating Naples, luckily we had a driver, to Sorrento is about an hour, hour 15. Why does it take so long? I can't believe we have to be in this traffic. Like every mode of transportation there was complaining from all 3 of them. And in my head, I'm like, I'm in this car too.
And I'm sure you never made a complaint once.
No, because I'm listening to all of them bitch and moan. And I'm making up fucking scavenger hunts in the airport to keep them entertained.
Oh,
and I'm like, God. I literally said, there's Mount Vesuvius. And River was like, oh, cool. And I was like, yeah, there it is. Sorrento, have to take a train from Sorrento to Tuscany. This is now a 3-hour train. So hot in the airport.
Oh,
in the train station.
Oh gosh.
There's no air conditioning. And I see in the distance up on the 2nd floor, it says lounge. And I was like, I am going to get in that lounge. I don't know what I have to do. This girl's getting in there because I bet there's air conditioning. So I hit the little call button and I was like, hi, can we get a day pass? They're like, yeah, come on up. It's 20 euros per person. I was like, okay, go up. Kids are free. Totally air conditioned. There's food. And I was like, this is the best. You need to eat $20, 20 euros worth of food right now.
Exactly.
Get on the train and to Tuscany. This is our longest train ride and everything. Get in the car. It's now an hour and a half from Florence to our villa in Tuscany. Why is it taking so long? Just complain. Then as we're getting closer and closer, I realize how remote we really are. And I was getting like where are the people?
Wow.
Like it was really out there, and that we had just come from so many crowds and bustling cities, a beautiful beach town, to now we're out in the middle of nowhere at a villa that only holds about 100 people. So it's the complete opposite. Everyone's nervous that it's so empty. Why is it so? Where is everybody? Why are we like nervous? And I was like, it's okay. By this point, I'm like, I am going to leave you all here.
Oh my God.
I'm done with you. And I haven't even told you the worst part of the whole trip, but I was like, I am going to find some Carrie time. I took my book, found a bar. I'm at home.
Yeah.
Tuscany's beautiful.
No problem.
Not a problem. Leave Tuscany. Thank God we left early. Get into Florence, fly to Florence, to British Airways, to London, 4-hour layover. Why is there a layover? What if our flight was delayed in Florence? Like those people running down the airport right now. It's great that our flight was delayed. We have 4 hours to catch our connecting flight.
Right.
We are not going to get stuck here. Put things in perspective. Okay, bye-bye. Get on the flight. And we're in lovely business class in our little cubes. This flight was so bumpy. Bumpy.
From London to LA.
Yes.
Really?
Very, very bumpy. For about the first 4 hours, it was like, I thought Sean was going to come out of his skin.
Oh my God.
Like they're holding the cart and you just hear the clanking of all the bottles and all the glasses. They're trying to serve food and they can't. And he is white knuckling it. Like he's just like trying to lay down, trying to go to sleep, trying to took a melatonin, was just like, okay. Like, and I'm like, and we're not next to each other. He's like over there.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, there's two
You're
together
kind of in your compartment.
Yeah. So I'm just looking over and he's sweating and he's just like rocking. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. And I look over at my two children just watching TV, like nothing's wrong, just kind of like eating chips and just like totally fine. But he is absolutely terrified.
Oh no.
And I felt so bad. And it's a day flight, so it's hard. You could try to fall asleep. But like it's like 10 a.m. when we left. It finally starts to level out and everything. And I was just like, okay, it's going to be, and the whole time, and the pilot comes on and he's just like, okay, we're past that. We should be smooth sailing from flying from here on out and everything. And he just looked at me. He goes, he could barely speak. He's like, I don't want to fly ever again. I don't want. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I probably won't get him on a plane for a while. But I'll tell you what I learned in this trip. A couple of things, big lessons, life lessons. Everybody wait for it. Number one, I'm no longer, I mentioned it before, traveling to Europe in June, the summer.
No.
I'm going to go in spring or fall or winter. No longer doing that. It's more expensive, more crowded, and
hot,
and like everywhere.
Yeah.
London had like record heat. Italy was getting like in the hundreds when we were leaving. Like it was unbelievable. So it's like, well, I can have heat at home. Mm-hmm. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to fly with people to Europe that really want to go.
Yeah.
That really are excited for the adventure and really are just kind of like up for anything.
Yes.
Last thing, number three, I am not coordinating anyone else's trip anymore. So if I somehow get Sean on a plane and I get him to go to Spain and my children want to come along, they have to plan their entire trip.
Which will take they've got about a decade before they can do that.
Right. Which is totally fine with me.
Yeah.
I am not taking children ever again.
To Europe.
No, I'm taking adults.
Yes.
So when I went to Europe the first time with Sean, we met his parents there at the villa and everything, but we coordinated our own flight, all of that.
Yeah.
And quite successfully. I was in my late 20s and it was a perfect time. Yes. So I was like, you know what? The next time you want to go to Europe, you're planning it yourself.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a backpacking trip with a group of friends and you're staying in hostels up and down Europe.
So what do you think your family trips will look like from here on out?
I need a beach.
Just a beach.
I really need tropical.
And domestic.
Probably. I could probably get maybe Mexico,
Yeah.
Hawaii, maybe Tahiti.
Okay.
That's kind of a long flight too.
Mhm.
Tahiti's beautiful though. Actually, I went to Moorea. Oh my God, Jenny, if you're listening, I can't believe I forgot the island we went to. It's so much fun in Moorea. 2 adults taking care of themselves, traveling.
Got it.
Yeah. So those were the biggest things I've learned. Like if we could go to New York, like 5-6 hour flights.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Anything more than that?
And where everything's so different than where we are. And
correct.
Yeah, I can see that. I think there's like this like whimsical idea of we're going on summer travels to Europe for weeks on end.
Yes.
But the reality is gnarly and hard. And then you're thinking about all the money you're putting into it.
It was very expensive.
For people who may not even really care to be there.
Yeah. And for the most part, we all had a great time.
Yeah.
You know, we had our roses and thorns everything.
Of course.
But
you did it.
We did it. We did it.
Mm-hmm.
We loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I just have learned a lot in this experience. And I know what's going to happen the next time I go to Europe. And it probably will just be me.
It's so funny when you think about like you going to Budapest or when you visit Madrid, those trips, just you on your own.
Piece of cake.
No problem at all.
No problem. I was okay with the flight delay.
Well, you're a great traveler.
Oh, well, thank you.
You are. You're a really, really good traveler. You're go with the flow. You're chill.
I want a merit badge that says that. It's like Aquarius. Yeah, you know, she's like, Carrie is an Aquarius. She's a good traveler.
No, you are a really good traveler. And it's such a joy to travel with other good travelers.
Truly.
Who aren't nervous Nellies, who aren't like
controlling or have to know. Of course, now with all the travel, I get all these memes and everything. And there's always like the girls trip, you know, meme where it's like, the girl who's got every minute second plan, the one that doesn't even know where they're going and shows up to the airport. Like, where are we going? Like, you know, but yes, I definitely love traveling. Definitely. But it's not a love of everyone in my family.
No. And you said in that last podcast, you had planned a trip that you wanted to take.
Yes.
And yes, you did amend it and it changed, you know, a lot, but I think this was a good learning experience. I'm sure you don't regret the trip.
No.
But you don't need to do it again.
No.
You don't need to do it again.
I cannot believe we were going to stay another 11 days.
I know. I feel like
I'm shocked.
I know.
That we, at that 10-day mark when we were leaving, that I was like, oh my God, I would be going on another train for another 3 hours, 2 more times.
No.
So Lake Garda and then Venice.
Oh my gosh.
So I do regret not seeing Venice. So I'll definitely go back.
You'll go back.
Absolutely. Sure. But with adults, I'll be going to Venice.
And what do you think, like, because obviously, you know, your kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave and eventually and all that, you know, go do their own thing and you'll travel with them again.
Sure.
It'll look different. But what about like, this is your husband. Like, what about your travel future with him, do you think?
It's going to have to be short flights, I think.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to have to medicate him.
Okay.
Sedate him almost. Yeah. Yeah. He definitely, you know, like we can't get a smaller plane. No. Like a private plane absolutely terrifies him. No. You know, but maybe if the planes were a little bit faster.
Can you speed up? Are they going to develop that?
Yeah. Can we get to London in like 7 hours?
What do you think of like going to New York first for a little while?
Which is totally,
and then flying New York.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. But he's not going to go to Kenya with me when I go see the elephants.
But you know what? And the thing is, the good thing about your relationship and who you are is you're very independent and you're down to go do those things on your own.
Absolutely.
And you guys can do more not just local, but like just within the United States.
Exactly. There's a lot to be
done.
So
much to do. Yeah. I know we've been talking about Alaska and like there's so much to see and do.
Yeah.
And, you know, you make it work for you.
Absolutely. And
now when you guys go to Vegas, are you driving or flying? Is he going to fly?
Yeah.
He'll fly to Vegas.
Yeah. That's an hour flight. Short. Yeah. It's an hour flight. And we're only there for 2 nights. So it's like, we just want to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But unfortunately that flight home from Vegas is always bumpy because you're going against the jet stream and it's really hot air.
Yes.
It's always bumpy. So, but again,
it's short.
And you know,
you're not having to live through it for hours. You're not going, okay, well, this is a 10-hour flight. How long of this is going to be bumpy?
Which is exactly what he was going through his head. He's like, is this 10 hours?
Yeah.
I think he would have passed out
Oh my God.
from just the fear. But yeah, so flying. Everyone fly me to the moon.
It is.
Yep. Solo flyer right here, party of one.
Yeah. You're like, I
I'm
just want to
good.
go by myself.
Yep. I'm good. Yep. I'm going to get a first class ticket.
For the cost of what it would be, I'll take
all y'all. And I'm going to get in the lounge and I'm going to eat everything they offer.
So different compared to, like, obviously it was much more close, but like what we had gone through in San Francisco with.
So different.
And no one was
I could think
bitching
about,
and complaining. We just did it.
all I kept thinking about is like, Stacey and I not only had a delayed flight, it was canceled and we had to stay the night. Do you think at any point Stacey was like, well, Carrie, why is this happening to us?
Why is it why I did? And I just
I
stomped my foot a little.
just like kicked and screamed. Why are we being delayed?
Oh my God.
What's going on? I don't work for the airport. Yes.
Well, that does seem sort of be like a common theme with like motherhood in general, is kids like ask you guys questions that you're like,
oh yeah,
I didn't design this. Yeah. I didn't build this building.
Going into a restaurant. Where's the bathroom? I have never been to this restaurant in Sorrento, Italy, by the way. I have no idea. Let's look for signs.
Oh my God, it's so funny. That is so true. Funny.
And I'm like, are they being rhetorical when they ask?
Oh
like,
my God.
Do you think the elevator's this way? Let's find out.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to save my F word for our next podcast, but I do think we should do What the F You Watching.
Okay.
As a segment.
I have a great What the F I'm watching.
Oh my God. What if it was the same again? No, I don't think it is, because did you just talk to us about
I
it?
did.
That's what
although, no. Actually, I'm going to talk about a different show.
Oh, okay.
Because we did talk about that show. So let's say the name of the show at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The Bear. Woo! Yes. Now, I have not finished it though.
I've only watched season 1.
Okay, I'm on like episode 5 of season 1. So we can't go through like we wouldn't want to spoil it for listeners anyway. But okay. First of all, did you watch Shameless?
No.
So you didn't know anything about Jeremy Allen White?
No, never heard of this.
Okay. He was in Shameless. He played this character named Lip on Shameless, and now here he is in this show. And I just think he's perfect for this role.
Absolutely.
He's so perfect.
Absolutely.
But the entire ensemble is fantastic.
Yes.
So this show, it is on Hulu. It's called The Bear. There's now a second season out. Mm-hmm. I've only just started watching it. I think I'm on like episode 5 of season 1. And it is about he's this very well established
I mean, he's
chef.
Cordon Bleu,
James Beard award winner
chef.
He was working in Napa
at French Laundry,
and his brother, who owns a sandwich shop in Chicago, kills himself and leaves the sandwich shop to his brother.
Yeah.
And he, for whatever reason,
he takes it over
and he makes it his mission to keep this business going. And there are so many issues, so many problems. It's a hot mess. And all the characters, and it's like Chicago, so these real Southy kind of Chicago accents and Chicago tough guy. And
there's also none of the people that work there are trained.
No, they're
food service.
They've just been doing it forever.
Yeah, exactly.
And they want to do it the way they've been doing it.
Yes.
And it is, I love, you mentioned this in a text, I love the length of the episodes. They're
22 minutes.
22 minutes or more bite size. The pace is so fast in the movie. It is excellent. Yeah.
In the show. I actually watched season 1 in one sitting.
Oh, I could see that.
Because it felt like a movie to me. And it was the day we had both kids at camp. So I just came home and started the first episode. And then I was like, I'm going to keep watching it. And I was like, well, the length of it is kind of the length of a movie. So I'm just going to finish it. Because I knew I didn't have to get up early to take children to school.
That's the best.
So I was I watched the whole thing in one sitting and absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I want to ask you this.
I don't know what I love about it, honestly.
I don't know either. Well, the writing is incredible.
The writing is incredible, and all of the characters, I feel something for each one of them.
Absolutely.
You know, like, and it's so funny, like, as of now, I can hardly even remember the names of each of them. Like, I could describe them, but they're just so good. Yeah,
they really are. And I think one of the things that, is it just me or what's his name? Jonathan, what? Jeremy Allen White. Don't you think he looks like a young Dustin Hoffman?
Oh, completely. He has a look about him.
Yeah, it's his eyes, I feel. And he's petite.
He's very petite, yet built.
Yeah.
And he has the greatest head of hair.
Oh my gosh.
The greatest
How
hair.
is that even possible?
He has gorgeous hair. He's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
He's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. He's an enigma. I'm not really sure. Some scenes I'm like, oh my God, he's really hot. And some I'm just like, oh.
By the way, there's a rumor that he's dating Selena Gomez.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Selena?
So,
well, I really like the actor, and I don't remember her. I think her first name is Io.
Oh, it's an interesting name.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she plays Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
She's the
incredible.
Sue. She was AMDA alum, by the way.
Oh,
and
the way she delivers
so good.
She's so good.
Did she get nominated for an Emmy? I know they got like all kinds of Emmy nominations.
I'm sure she did.
But
good.
I'm curious. The guy that is the other
Carmen.
Yeah. They always call each other cuz.
Yeah.
Are they cousins or brothers? They're brothers, aren't they?
They're not brothers. No.
They're cousins.
I believe Carmen, his name's Carmen. It goes by Carmi. I think. Am I getting that right? Or is Rich, the guy that's this really... He's
awful. He's a horrible human.
Shut up.
Yes. And you just want to be like, be quiet. But
he's excellent too.
Yeah. His character's name is Richard, but I don't think they call him Richard. Rich.
Well, they call him cuz all the time.
Yeah.
They are not brothers.
Okay.
Richard was best friends with Michael.
Oh, okay.
Who is the one who killed himself.
Right. And he's his actual brother, and there's a sister.
And the sister.
Yes. So there's three of them.
Who they call Sugar.
Yes.
It's a great show. I highly recommend.
I absolutely.
Fast-paced.
Yeah.
It's bite-sized.
I just started season 2 last night. And I got distracted by something and then had to restart it. I was just like, shit.
Because you don't want to miss the thing.
Yeah. You really have to pay attention. It's so well written. It's really, really good. Love that. Good. Well, then I'll mention another show.
Okay.
Since we both picked The Bear. What was the other one Jury Duty.
Oh God. Yeah. That was
so good. So I watched Shiny Happy People. I believe this is on Netflix. This is a documentary following the Drugger family. 19 kids and counting. And when I tell you that this is the most disturbing documentary, I think there's 3 episodes about this family and this cult that they're in. It's a form of LDS. It's like, it's a real offshoot from what you typically picture as your Mormons, right? It's a real offshoot of that. And I didn't realize that the dad was like next in line for their, like, I don't know if he's a priest. He's not a priest, but what they call the leader of this cult. His dad, the dad is next in line.
Oh gosh.
So he's like best friends with this leader of this cult and everything, and does all that they practice, and that they don't educate the kids. They give them these little workbooks. They have to all be homeschooled and everything. And then in the documentary, they have some of the children who are now adults talk about their experience.
Are they free from this now? Okay, good.
Including some of those drugger kids.
Oh my God.
And they talk about the abuse they experienced, and that they were told it was their fault that they were molested by their brother.
Ugh.
Right? Because they were shameful, you know? And in all of these teachings that this, head guy does, he talks about, how this can happen among our sons and what we have to do to help them out, to let them see the light. And they go to like a reform camp, and then they come back feeling better.
Shiny Happy People on
Shiny
Netflix. Happy
People. It is so disturbing.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, to see thousands of people are in this religion following them. And they're all in those like cotton long dresses, long straight hair. They can't wear makeup or anything like that. So then when you see the interviews from the people who have escaped, they have tattoos now. But
they've gotten free.
Yeah. When you hear them talk about how it was to grow up and like, they didn't even have the vocabulary to when they got out to describe what they were feeling.
What was going on?
Yeah. They just didn't know what the words were and everything because they were so uneducated. They kept them so sheltered. And then it makes you think, how the hell did you get on a TV show then? They don't even have a TV in the house.
Right.
No TV. So apparently, according to this leader, they were chosen by God to be showcased so that more people would join their religion. So, and I think they did like 8 or 9 seasons. All the while, these kids are being molested. And it's
disgusting.
And this whole church is doing this, multiple families and everything. It is unbelievable to see how far that went. Thank God those kids got out and got help and everything. They never went to a doctor. Like nothing like that.
No,
it's crazy. And you know how obsessed I am with cult shows.
There's another one on Netflix also about the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's called Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey.
Wow.
And it is
sweep? I mean like
sweet.
Sweet.
Like stay sweet.
Sweet.
Pray and Obey. And it is gnarly. I watched that one and I just like, it was one of those that I almost considered just turning off because I'm like, I don't even want to like witness such horror. But then I'm also like, no, I want to be aware. I want to be aware of what's happening out there in the world. I don't know.
It's really crazy.
You can't even believe it.
No. And you can't even believe
that someone would say that God told this 72-year-old man to have sex with this 12-year-old.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. How? No.
It doesn't. It's like, yeah, it's really, really frightening.
Take a bullet to those people's heads.
I know, really.
I would have no guilt.
It's really scary to think about how.
Say that on.
Hey, Roxanne.
No. It's okay. Leave it in. I mean it.
Watch out. Stacey coming for Stacey K. Shooting them up.
Stacey K catering.
Stacey K hitman.
All my businesses are called Stacey K. I don't know. It's just disgusting. It's horrible.
It truly is. It truly is.
It's horrible.
So it's also this documentary. You have to be in the right headspace to kind of watch it because I had no idea the level. I never watched 19 Kids and Counting.
I never did either.
Yeah. And I didn't realize how many of their children now have children and were married off at a very young age. And some of them are divorced and have left the church and and they aren't allowed back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And they've lost all contact with their family.
Thing is, like, if they leave, they don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So they're just so trapped. It's terrible.
Did you watch that movie Women Talking?
Oh, I didn't. I want to see it.
It's so good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It must be streaming on something at this point.
Yeah, it is. And it's, I watched it on the airplane actually while we were bopping up and down. I was like, I'm watching this movie with, what's her name? Moira? No. Rooney Mara.
Oh yeah, Rooney Mara was in it.
It was very good.
I want to see that.
It's extremely well. Sarah Polley directed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really well done. But it's also a fundamental, and they're deciding, do we leave or do we stay?
Should I stay or should I go?
But I recently, to sum up the cult talk.
Yes.
Because I watched that one. I watched women talking.
Mm-hmm.
I was recently in Anthropology, just grabbing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this beautiful white dress. And I was like, oh, I like this. It's summery. It's lovely. I came home and I put it on. I literally looked like one of those cult women. It was like, except it was short sleeves.
Okay.
But it was like right at an A-line, right under my boobs. And it flowed out to almost the floor. And it had these ruffle sleeves on it.
You're like returned.
And then a V-neck, which they would never have. They'd have a collar, right? And I looked at myself and I was like, oh no, what is this? I was influenced.
Yes.
Damn it.
It was in your brain.
It was. I immediately returned it. I was just like, can I get like a crop top?
I need a bodycon.
I need like some bike shorts and a crop top.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I picked out this dress. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, yeah, cult talk.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Hard
Okay.
to believe.
So we're saving your F word for next time.
Yeah, because I think
I know we
probably
haven't. Yeah, I told you this might be long. We got a 2-parter.
so much to talk about.
We have
so much to
so much to catch up on. It's been many moons.
Many moons.
And I'm excited for your F word because.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you all about my trip and how I had to go with the flow.
Yes.
So that's for next time, F buddies. In the meantime, in between time, as Heather McMahon
would
says,
say,
follow us, subscribe, like, and share.
Maybe leave us a comment.
Ooh, or a rating.
A rating.
A rating would be so nice on Apple. If you have not given us a rating, if you would be willing to do that. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our stories. We're going to make it easy. We're going to put a clickable link in our stories on Instagram on F Word Pod where it'll take you right to where you can leave us a rating, a review.
Yes. And if you don't like this podcast, the name of it is Girls
The
Gone,
M Word.
The M Word.
Girls Gone Missing.
Gone Girl. Yes, please like, subscribe, follow, and please give this video. Well, it's audio, but it's a thumbs up would be nice.
Absolutely.
Like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
We would all appreciate that. Oh, I did on one quick little note.
Yes.
You did mention in one of our podcasts, you wanted to look at data. So recently, I looked at some data and our episode Flexible and Friend Venture has had over 1,000 plays.
What?
That particular episode really resonated with the people.
Wow.
Yeah.
We love to hear it.
Yeah. So I was really, it was like at 1,012.
We'll love to hear that.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And also feel free to email us at girlsgone40@gmail.com.
Is that 40 or 4?
I got both accounts.
Okay. So
because I didn't want the people to get confused.
Give it a whirl.
But I did lose the password for one of them, so I have to reset it and do all that crap.
You can also always DM us also on Instagram. That might be, I don't know.
At F Word.
Yeah.
We'll respond to that for sure. Until then, toodles.
Toodles.